Hey guys, it's me, Kyle. Um, Tonight it's raining and all the stuff I want to do. Tonight I want to talk to you about how important it is for to obey your parents and spend more time with your parents. The parents, I want to talk about parents. How yeah, so yeah, our topic will be on our parents now. Well, in the Bible it says if it's the importance of obeying your parents is if you read the Bible, it says honor your father. The children obey your parents. Uh, Obey your parents. It says in the Bible. And one says, and another verse says, honor your father and mother. For this is the first commandment of promise. The promise is that command had a promise. What's that promise? The promise was that it may go well with you, and you may have long life in the earth. Can you imagine that? Long life in the earth. That would be swell. God promises that if you obey your parents. And I like to, the part, it may go well with you. Means it will be fine with you. You'll have peace with your parents. You know that you'll have a bond, a stronger bond with your parents if you obey them. And to all my friends who attend Shikina and other Christian schools, all people watching this, your parents, what they want is the best for you. Look, they send you to school, that's a blessing. They send you to school, they provide for your every need, and they give you a house to stay in, they give you food to eat. Our parents, they provide us with many things. The bonus stuff, they some buy iPads for your children, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some buy iPods, all that stuff. Some even the parents give you gadgets. That's a blessing. You know what I mean? But don't overuse the blessing. Sometimes you get so focused with the blessing that you're forgetting about your parents. The ones who gave you it. Well, of course, God gave them the money to buy them, but that's a problem. Sometimes we overspend. We make our world revolve on these iPads, these computers, all these stuff. But sometimes we forget about our parents. Your parents, they want to spend more time with you. Why? Because you're God's gift to them. I'm saying that one day some of us might become parents. How would you feel if you give your child something and the future generations, I think there'll be lots of gadgets in the future. How would you feel if your child would rather play with all those gadgets all day instead of spending time with you? Diba? I'm not a parent, but I feel it hurts. Kaya my dad and my mom, I must really admit we don't have much gadgets, but at least we spend more time with each other, you know what I mean? We bond. Me and my dad, we run. I help my mom in the house, and it's fun. Sometimes when you see that you're putting a smile on your parents' face, it gives you a nice feeling. And when your parents see you're bonding with them, man, they feel so happy. They're like the happiest parents in the world. You know what I mean? Yeah, all of those who are watching this, Um, love your parents more. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, you should love your parents more. You should spend how you love. You spend time with them more. You know, I mean, those who are doing Facebook and all. I'm not judging you, but you know, how many minutes or hours you spend on Facebook? You can be doing something with your mom or your dad. I mean, go biking, go around SM. I mean, anything. Spend time with your parents, because you can't have them forever. One day they have to go too. You know, I read this thing about my mom's friend sent her something, wrote a story one time. It's about this kid who took care of her mom when she was a child. And apparently you feel like you're growing older. When the mom grows older, the mom, it's like she's telling God a story. She's telling her story to God. She's thanking God that she raised her child well, and that in the future her child took care of her well before she died. That story made me cry a lot, because that time the time I watched that video, I realized I wasn't spending much time with my grandparents. So it really moved me so much. Yeah. You see, even spend time with your grandparents too. Actually, these are for all parents. Your grandparents, your parents, um, people, other people. But I would like to focus on the parents, or you know, it's our generation. In America, some almost half of America, or at least I think in America, my dad told me that when the kids grow up and their parents grow old, actually when they're old enough to live by their own and they have family by their own, the kids, they forget about their parents. They just hire a caregiver, and the caregiver will do everything else. It's like they totally forget their parents ever existed. This thing really hurts. Can you imagine the person that raised them, that your mom who put you out, who cons- who you came out of, who gave you life, who let who showed you the world, when you came out of her womb. That person you forget when you grow up. I mean, of course, God was the one who gave you life, but your mom let you out in the world. She took care of you. Your parents took care of you when you were children. I mean, then, like in America, you think they just forget until their parents die? I mean, it hurts. Yeah, when I learned of this, I spent more time with my parents. I spent more time. So, all people watching this, my message for you people who are watching this is spend more time with your parents, because moment with your parents, a moment you spend with them, each moment is the whole world to them. They'll be so happy. It's like they're happiest parents in the world. And remember, here's another point. It's not You have to respect your parents also. You know your place. Your parents. Never answer back to them. Never call them by their name. Never disrespect them. And, in our family, our rule is the only thing. I admit, my dad. I'm 13. I'm 13 already, but my dad still spanks me. Okay, that's the truth. But I know It's for my good. Because when I grow up, I want to teach this to my children too, so that they'll be good children when they grow up also, and pass through the generations. That's what my dad keeps teaching me. He says, there's a verse in the Bible, us, the generation nowadays, our generation, us, we will rebuild the ruins in the ancient temple. What I mean by that, we will, in the generation now, these days, you see, there's poverty, there's corruption, there's sexual immorality, there's lots of stuff, there's rebellion, there's all that stuff in the world. We're going to be the generation that changes that. We are the future leaders that will lead this country, this world, in the right path where it should go. We should lead this world back to God. You know, that's God. We should, in any field, in any field God puts us, we are leaders in that field too. We should let our light shine for God's glory. You know what I mean? That's, respect you. So those were my points. Honor your parents, respect your parents, spend more time with your parents. That way, your parents will be happy, very, very happy. You'll live longer in the earth. That's a promise. I'm not just saying it, it's a promise in the Bible. And it's a promise from God. And what else? Obey your parents, show them respect, spend more time with them, love them. So that it may go well with you, that's what God says. And God is true. Every word God says is true. It's in the Bible. So wait for my other videos, and good night. Good night. God bless you all. Right.